Welcome to GE13, the showdown. It is official. Barisan Nasional has won simple majority so far, winning 112 seats. Now, Datuk Seri Wong Chun, more seats are being counted right now, but Prime Minister Najib has just given his address saying Chinese tsunami many times. What does this mean, Chinese tsunami?
I could detect from the face of the Prime Minister, he looked rather sad. It was pretty obvious that the Chinese voters did not support the Barisan Nasional. Out of the 15 seats contested by out of the 15 seats which the MCA had in the 2008 election, as of now, the MCA only has managed to get 7. And in Sarawak, the Sarawak United People's Party also did badly, so was Gerakan. Obviously, that because the Chinese tsunami, as the Prime Minister repeatedly used in his analysis, the Prime Minister obviously felt let down that the votes did not come as much as he wanted to. Now, at 112, as at 130 now, the most number of seats that we could look at for Barisan Nasional could be just up to 130, 132. That's very far off from the 2/3 majority of 148. It doesn't look that the Barisan can get 148. And if you remember at the 2008 general election, I think the figure was 140.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that's reachable. There's going to be a lot of soul searching over the next few days. A post-mortem of what went wrong, where the campaigns had not run as what they wanted to be. In Penang, for the first time, I think, in the history of the alliance and the Barisan Nasional, a Barisan Nasional candidate actually lost his deposit in Panang Kota, and I think that is a strong message which the Chinese has sent to the Barisan Nasional, and that given this strong tsunami, there will obviously be effects. What does that mean to the MCA? What does that mean to the Chinese community? The MCA had 4 federal seats now, with 15 parliamentary seats now. Obviously, when you have been reduced to half, there is no way that you can get 4 cabinet positions. It could be reduced or less, but I think and I believe that the MCA would not want to be part of the government when you have only 7 seats. The party president, Chua Salek, has said, and he just tweeted an hour ago to say that the MCA respects the decision of the Chinese community, and that a decision was made some time back that if it performs worse than 2008, then it would opt out of the government. Now, that would have very serious repercussions. When the Chinese voted for the Pakatan Rakyat, whipped up by the frenzy and by the anger fed up by the DAP, obviously they did not care. Obviously, that all they wanted to do was to punish UMNO. That was probably the spark of this Chinese tsunami. But what has happened was that the Chinese has been unable to punish UMNO. It has ended up punishing MCA and ended up punishing themselves. So what's going to happen, we're going to see over the coming weeks, will be MCA would not be in government, would not be in cabinet. Who's going to be in? MRC has done pretty well, and if you look at Sabah and Sarawak, the IBANs have done very well. And obviously, as part of the component parties, if you're an IBAN-based party, we have done very well. You will ask for more seats in cabinet. So I do see a situation where there will be a lot of Sarawakian and Sabahan in the cabinet this time. That would be the immediate analysis that I can give. Okay,
and Najib also said a lot about the national reconciliation that the government has to undergo now. What do you think this national reconciliation might be? He did say about, cutting out extremism from politics. What does that mean?
Well, for example, I think that the Chinese voters, and again, as I said, he repeatedly used the word Chinese tsunami, a lot of the Chinese got carried away, believing that the majority of the Malay voters would join them in this so-called UBA, which is now academic. Okay, the government, the Barisan Nasional, has retained power. UBA did not happen. Okay, in fact, Kedah went back to Barisan Nasional, and most of the seats that's been retained by the Barisan Nasional are predominantly Malay voters, by the Malay voters. They believe that the Pakatan Rakyat would, PKR and PAS would deliver enough votes for them to form the government, but obviously it did not happen. And in fact, if you look at the figures as of now that we have, DAP has ended up with the largest number of seats in opposition, probably more than PKR and probably more than PAS. So you have a Chinese with a huge size in opposition. Now, who's going to be the opposition leader? Is it going to be Lim Kit Siang, or is it going to be Anwar Ibrahim? And we all know that Anwar Ibrahim is not interested in becoming opposition leader. He just wants to be prime minister. It has not happened. He may retire, and Lim Kit Siang will obviously be the opposition leader. And this may sound a little bit far-fetched, and I'm taking it a bit further. Would there be a situation where PAS may end up joining with UMNO? We don't know. So these are things that will take some time, and it will take a little bit of analysing. But as of now, we have a situation where the government is predominantly Malay and predominantly Bumiputra, Sabah and Sarawak against the Chinese opposition. And I don't think it will be healthy. And I believe that people should move on and talk about reconciliation and unity now. And I think the Prime Minister has said it rightly, because the election over the past 2 weeks has really divided Malaysians. That perfectly normal person have not been able to think logically, you know. And it's not part of the democracy. Perhaps we're just a growing democracy. We're still very agey. We haven't reached that level where you're either on this side or on that side. There's no grey area. And I think that as he has done it correctly as a statesman, where we need to move forward, get on with the job, and just remember that we're all Malaysians.
Yeah, just now you did say that there is, you know, it does sound far-fetched, but PAS may end up joining UMNO. But do you think that in the next few months to come, there could be some kind of change in alliance with the different coalition? Because now, well, it's still unofficial, but BN does look like it has done worse than 2008.
Well, as they said, there's no permanent friends and permanent enemies in politics, and that include the Malaysian politics. But as it is now, I think that the Barisan Nasional will head towards a situation that we could get 130 odd seats. So I think that that's sufficient for the night, right?
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much, Datuk Seri. And keep watching GE13, The Showdown, for more updates and interviews. And we will be back soon with the final report. Thank you.